All right, I am going to show you the first of what will be many calculator tutorials throughout the year. This is the only one in chapter 1, and it's the stat, which is this button right here in the middle. It's the edit and calc features, okay? What these are after it's our way of storing a list of data and then getting some measurements on it that we may want to get really quickly. Measurements that we saw in chapter 1, like mean, median, standard deviation, the 5-number summary with the quartiles to make a box plot and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to use the data from the example that you had in chapter 1, if you want to look at that in your notes. They were short lists, okay? There are only 5 pieces of data. I don't want to spend, this really does work well if you have big lists of data. But it was one on the phone contacts of males and females. We did all the calculations by hand for standard deviation, but I want to show you how you would get that. So if you hit that stat button, the very first thing that comes up is edit. And that's the feature that I want. And my list, L1, has got a piece of data in there, which I'm going to clear out. Now there's nothing. And the edit feature, because in the title of this tutorial, I said it was stat edit and stat calc. This is the edit feature, where you just go through and you enter in data. And there they are, okay? The 5 pieces of data of the number of contacts that those males had in their cell phone, okay? Now that's great, but that doesn't do a ton for me to get all those measurements. That I have to go over to Calc. Okay, Calc obviously short for calculate. And we'll do the very first option. We want stat calc 1. And here, your calculator might give you a little prompt where you see that it has like a cursor blinking over list 1. That's what that is telling you. And mine is doing the same thing. It's just not prompting me. Do you want to use the data that's in list 1? And we do. So I don't need to, if mine doesn't say anything, it's just assuming that it's list 1, and that's probably the default that you would have. So I just hit enter, and here it is. I have the mean. That's one I like. Here's the standard deviation measurement that we found right there, 38.4. 5 pieces of data. If you scroll down, you'll get that 5-number summary that you could use to make a box plot. And for now, those are basically all the measurements that we need. Okay? I'm going to show you a couple more things with this. Go back to stat and edit. I'm going to go over to list 2, and I'm going to do the females. Now, obviously, you could clear out list 1, but let's say you didn't want to. I'm going to put in the female data, which was 88, 72, 89, 127, and 310. Okay, my data is entered. Calc. But now I'm going to pause here for a minute that if I want to switch this and get the data for the females, I need to go second and then hit the number 2 and tell it list 2. Okay, I want the 1 variable statistics, all the same measurements that we saw before, but I want them for the data that's in list 2. And there it is. Okay. Let's see here. A couple of features that you could use under edit. Sort A is for sort ascending. Sort D is for sort descending. If you wanted to order your data, let's say from least to greatest, you could go here. If I were to hit second one and just tell it, I want to sort the data in list one, it'll tell me that it's done. And then I go back to my data. And notice 29, 32, 56, 97, and 114. The data on the males is now in order from least to greatest. And then just for fun, let's go over to descending. So this should be from greatest to least. I'm going to do that for the female data. That was in list 2, 310, 127, 89, 88, 72. There it is in descending order. Again, lots more to come on calculator features for chapter 1. This is really the only thing that you would need to know. If you need to make one of those calculations for like a standard deviation that you want to do quickly, that would really be the only thing you need for now.